Zlatan doubled down on his criticism of LeBron James, saying that sports unite and politics divide. I'm Robin Lundberg here with Ashley Nicole Moss. And Ashley, what I don't understand is why. The point of Zlatan's comments, and specifically referencing LeBron, it's not like he's responding to something LeBron did or said recently. That I would get. And he's entitled to his own opinion. You just can't tell other people how to think or feel, especially when they've walked the walk. So I just don't understand what he's accomplishing right now.
He's not accomplishing anything, and it did come out of left field. It was just totally obnoxious and unnecessary. I mean, here's the thing. The climate that we're living in right now, especially with athletes, we're encouraging them to speak out. We're encouraging them to kind of do both. And, these comments are just counterproductive to that narrative and to that conversation that we're repeatedly having. And, if you're going to come at somebody about their activism, LeBron James is not the person to do it. I mean, as you said, he has walked the walk and talked the talk. So it's just real problematic. And also, people are going to turn it into the conversation of, different colors and different races and how the experience for certain athletes is different than others. And athletes should really stick together, even if you don't understand or you can't agree with the conversation of athletes getting involved in activism. That is 100% okay. As you mentioned, we all don't have to think the same. We all don't have to feel the same, but don't criticize the next man for doing something that you yourself aren't doing. It's just unnecessary, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, again, if there was something he wanted to point out that he disagreed with LeBron with, fine, that's cool. But at the same time, again, stick to sports. It's something only athletes really get, or people in the sports profession. I'm sure you've gotten it. I've gotten it. It is insulting because you don't tell people in other professions to only stick and speak to what they do. And no one gets mad when you're giving a movie review or something, right? It's only when you're actually talking about something important. And Zlatan, in his case, he's the one dividing because he's the one that put this into the news cycle out of nowhere. And I also find it ironic that his idol is Muhammad Ali. He must be a huge fan of the sweet science if his idol is Muhammad Ali and he's not into, speaking out about issues outside of sports.
Yeah, it's definitely that contradiction where somebody will say something and be like, but I love Martin Luther King, or I love rap music, or I love hip hop. It's kind of like you're trying to soften the blow of the ridiculous statement you just made. And the fact that it just kind of came out of nowhere, there was nothing to really entice it. It's not like LeBron did something recently. It's not like he said something recently. It's almost like LeBron James is living rent free in this guy's head. And you kind of wonder why exactly. Like, exactly what is your beef with him? Did he not sign an autograph for your son? Did he not take a picture with you when you saw him out? Like, where are these comments exactly coming from? And I just think that if you don't have anything nice to say, going back to the old rule of elementary school, then just don't say anything at all. Just keep it to yourself because we don't care. So
yeah, I guess what Zlatan can now say is that his name and LeBron James have been mentioned in the same sentence.